Hi, welcome to the introductory video for Unit 3, The Age of the Soldier. Energy, commitment, both are traits of young adulthood or the age of the soldier. Think of all the qualities of a soldier. Brave, loyal, willing to stand up for a cause and to take risks. The soldier is someone who is willing to take up the fight and to do so valiantly. The soldier learns to govern those passions of adolescence and to enlist them in the service of good virtues. Traditionally, this age spans the years from about 21 to 50, when as young adults, we finally give ourselves to another or to something other than, to commit ourselves to a family, or a job, or a cause, or all of the above. I put air quotes around young because I know some of you don't think of being in your 30s or 40s as being young. Certainly not a young adult as we think of it today. But in fact, Shakespeare considered it young adulthood, so there you go. I'm good with that. As young adults, we don't leave our passions behind, but now they take on a new and fuller meaning. The age of the soldier offers lessons for the writer. In fact, this was the age for which rhetoric was traditionally taught, particularly in ancient Greek times. This was the age of Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, great thinkers, philosophers, and teachers. The study of rhetoric was specifically considered a preparation for public life, for arguing a cause in court, for praising public figures who had earned recognition, for deliberating government policies. As we make the commitments of adulthood, we take on the obligation of defending the good or attacking the bad, of preserving what should be saved, destroying what should be forgotten, and improving what should be changed. In our public lives, we must often convince family, friends, or associates that a particular course of action is best. Therefore, in this unit, we'll study the means by which we argue or write persuasively. Specifically, the lessons for this unit address the virtues needed to control the passions of adolescence. In this unit, we'll present number 1, common patterns for organizing a persuasive essay. Number 2, the 3 types of appeals you should be using to reach your audience. And number 3, a continuation of our consideration of rhetorical devices and sentence patterns. That brings us to the assignment for this unit. An essay proposing a specific course of action that it would improve some aspect of your local community. And I emphasize the word local. I'm defining community in 4 ways. Write this down. I don't want nationwide proposals. I don't want worldwide proposals. I want you to propose a change to your local community, your city, your school, this school in particular, your work, or your neighborhood. City, school, work, or neighborhood. Too often we worry so much about global or national problems that we forget to involve ourselves in our local community as well. Consider your community's public services, schools, police and fire protection, libraries, recreational facilities, cultural activities. Consider the private sector of your community, the practices of private industry, and local businesses, perhaps one that you worked for or that you've worked for in the past. Consider your neighborhood, its amenities, its issues, perhaps ways it could be better supported by the city in which it's located. You may also reflect on obvious and specific attitudes evident in the citizens of your community. The issue must not be a trivial one. It must be worthy of public attention. In your essay, you can propose a new practice, or you can propose a modification of a current practice, a way to do something better. Your purpose, however, is to persuade the appropriate audience that adopting your proposal would somehow make your community a better place in some particular way. In brief, be civic-minded. You should write this assignment with a very specific audience in mind. Much more so than the first 2 essays that you've done for this class. You could even write with the thought that you might submit a version of this essay for a newspaper, perhaps in the op-ed section. Before beginning to write about your issue, try the Invention Activities located in the pre-writing folder of Lesson 11. They're newly revised, super exciting, and they should help get you started in the right direction. Once again, you should work through each stage of the writing process: inventing, drafting, revising, and editing, to develop a complete essay. So pay attention to those pre-writing and writing assignment folders in each unit. I don't grade them, but they are equally as important in preparing you to draft. Don't just skip to the journals. As an additional component, I'm going to teach you how to paraphrase. It will build on the skills that you learned in Unit 2, Direct Quotation. You'll be asked to include one source, just one please, and 2 paraphrases from that source into your essay. But remember, this is not a research essay. You are much better off writing your draft and putting down your ideas, and then going back and finding a source to support your ideas. Finally, as you write in this new stage of development, don't forget the lessons learned in previous stages. We're building on each one as we continue through the course. Number 1, the importance of detail and observation, which was a lesson that you learned in the age of childhood. And number 2, the awareness of emotions and the understanding that causes and effects are often much more complex than we usually think they are. And that's a lesson that you learned in the age of adolescence. Good luck. Work hard.